Improving your sales process and increasing your business is really easy when we see it as a step-by-step. But before we get into the 10 steps to improving your business and improving your sales process, we need to get on the same page that every self-employed individual, every business owner, every entrepreneur is a salesperson at heart. And sales is not dirty. You're hopefully utilizing sales as a means to find problems in your ideal client and create solutions that help them overcome the challenges, the problems, the mistakes that they're potentially making. Sales is a way of shortcutting somebody's journey, of making their life easier, of providing a solution to a specific problem. And the clearer you are on both the problem and the solution, the easier it becomes to nail the process and increase your business. Step 1, recognize the importance of sales. Every business has to create sales in order to be able to create revenue that then generates you profit. When you get everybody in your business aligned to the problems and the solutions that you are working with, you can begin to consistently make sales on a weekly basis. And you have to be tracking it every single week. There is a massive misconception that sales is dirty, sales is horrible, I'm not in sales. You are if you're in business. Your team are all working for a sales company. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you can build a better business. Step 2 is identifying the gaps in your sales process. Now imagine your sales process as a bucket. Water is flowing in at the bottom and there is a tiny little hole of sales with water trickling through into your business. Now, if in that bucket there is multiple different holes down the side, there is going to be leaks. So I urge you to get some post-it notes and put every single step in that customer journey out on a wall visually for everybody to see, to put it on an Excel spreadsheet and document it down. We cannot assess where the leaks are and where improvements can be made until we know exactly what your customer journey looks like, right the way from A to Z. Step 3 is mastering the sales steps. The first step is going to be, I don't know who you are and I have a problem to solve. The end step is, I bought your product, it's been delivered, and now we need to build an ongoing relationship. To break that down a little bit further, number 1 is prospecting, finding new clients. Number 2 is approaching that individual and having that first piece of contact. Step 3 is the presentation of your offer. Step 4 is the follow-up and nurturing them to be a client. Step 5 is asking for referrals and getting reviews. Step 6 is maintaining that relationship and creating raving fans. It's really important to understand in your customer journey that you've identified in step 2, where do the steps fall into in that 6-step process. Step 4 is the importance of discipline and detail in your process. Imagine you're creating a birthday cake for your child or significant other. You have ingredients, and with that ingredient, you have a recipe to follow that is going to bake a cake. Now, you can't go putting in extra mixture. You have to follow the grams or the ounces to the T, to the letter. And should you do that and follow the cooking times, you end up with a cake. It's exactly the same in your business and in your sales process. I spoke to you last week about recruiting a head of operations. The reason for that is because we have a very detailed sales process. The goal now is to make sure that everybody is consistently sticking to that detail and delivering delight to every single one of our customers and clients so that we can scale from 7 to 8 figures. Now, before we dive into step 5, those first 4 steps need to be broken down in a customer relationship management system, some kind of CRM, a way in which you can systemize, automate, and track every single action and activity in the business, from the notes of all the conversations with clients, from consistent tasks related to prospects or clients, where you can share information and collaborate as a team to ensure that that sales process is being managed and detailed exactly as it should. You cannot build a scalable, profitable lifestyle business if you're working on Excel spreadsheets, if you're constantly using other tools and technology. You want as much as you can in one place where it can truly take your business to the next level and enable you to bring in people onto your team and delegate, knowing that they are following the process, implementing the system, and delivering fantastic outcomes for the clients. Step number 5 is prospecting techniques. This is why it's so important to have that system in place, because now you can go out consistently working on social media, generating new partnerships, implementing marketing campaigns. If you're speaking to 10 people and you're only converting 2 right now, what is happening to those other 8? You need nurturing setup, you need SMS, you need other ways of communicating and building relationships and maintaining relationships and nurturing that individual from what has gone a lead who doesn't know you into a prospect that you've had a conversation with, and then takes them through to being a sale and a customer and a client. It's vital that you have a CRM that manages that process for you. I promise you, if you don't have a CRM, your bucket is always going to be leaky. Step number 6 is creating effective sales scripts. And do not tell me that scripts don't work. If you go to Apple, if you go to Rolex, if you go to Louis Vuitton, any of the highest brands or businesses that are out there, even as far as Starbucks and McDonald's, they say the same thing at the same time to the same individuals. Why? Because it delivers the process and it delivers success. It makes the customer feel valued. It provides the outcome that is needed. With a process defined and a system in place, now your people can focus on the scripts, having the right conversations at the right time with the individuals in that 6-step journey that I shared with you earlier. I would urge you to even think about those 6 steps: prospecting, approaching the contact, presentation, follow-up, etc., and having a script for each of those individual steps. I would even urge you to have a script for every single step of your sales process. Step 7 is now perfecting the art of presentation. With a consistent flow of leads and prospects coming to the business, with constant sales conversations happening following the scripts that are in place, now you can put time, energy, and effort into bettering your sales skills, into overcoming objections, into presenting your offer, your solution to the customer or client's problem much, much better. It's so important in the presentation phase to know where the customer is versus where they want to be, to really build that relationship, clarify and label them with a problem, and then present your offer as the solution. Step 8 is about having a follow-up strategy. I know from working with hundreds of business owners, particularly on those that generate leads online, there is not enough follow-up that is taking place. I've got a friend of mine who runs a call center for Gym Launch, which used to be the company that Alex Hormozi owned. And they follow up with a prospect 6 to 7 times because their average is 5. But they exceed the average just to grab those 1 or 2 extra people. So are you following up with every prospect that you've spoken to and every person that you've presented to at least 7 times? That's via phone, via email, via SMS. Not 7 times, i.e. 21, but at least 7 times in general. And I wouldn't hide behind email. I would try and make more phone calls and send more text messages than anything else, because that will get you the desired response. Step 9 is mastering and leveraging referrals. Every person that you do a deal for, imagine if they were to refer you 1 person. Your business is going to transform and change overnight. Your lead cost is going to come down. Not enough time, energy, and effort is put into gaining referrals. Now, I have a unique strategy when it comes to this, because it is proven that if you get a review from a client, they are much more likely, I believe and think it's 60% more likely to give you a referral. How I would go about getting the referral is at the point where they are the most elated. In my mortgage brokerage, it's the point where they get the mortgage offer. In the sales and consulting and training business, it's the point where they have their best month and they achieve their first milestone and goal that they wanted to hit. Step 10 is maximizing the ongoing relationships and creating raving fans. With your process organized, documented, structured, systemized, laid out in front of you, now you can create delight. Create wow moments for your clients. Follow up with them 30 days after completion unexpectedly. Follow up with them every 6 months, every 12 months. Look at ways in which you can provide additional services or additional products or additional support to help them achieve more of their personal or professional goals. If you focus on people and not just products, then your business will begin to transform and change once again. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've gone through the 10 steps to building out a better sales process and improving your customer journey so that you can build a better lifestyle business. If you need help in choosing the right CRM system, it is a piece of technology that we have available that lots of my clients are using for both their marketing, their prospecting, their customer journey, their client retention. And I promise you, no matter what industry you are in, it will help transform your business. So just hit me up with a comment below that says CRM and my team will reach out to you with more information. I encourage you to really nail down your journey. This is the foundation to growth. Before you focus on generating leads, refining your sales, bringing on team members, you really need a documented process and a systemized journey to give you the scalability and the growth that you are looking for in your business, in your income, and improvements to your lifestyle. Please make sure that wherever you are watching and listening to this episode that you must subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit the subscribe button. Please do comment, please do reach out to me on social media channels. I fundamentally love helping you to build a better business. Make sure you go and check out last week's episode where I talked about my most significant salary that I've ever paid out for an individual on my team. I look forward to seeing you again on next week's show. I'll speak to you soon.